Let's talk about it. Mock Draft Roundup 11.0. Man, it's really the fact that we are 18 days away from the NFL draft that makes me so ecstatic. I'm ready to see who we take at the 17th overall pick or trade down, get additional picks. But let's see who they have us taking. So our last one was really freaking good. I think our last two mock draft roundups were actually pretty good. There was a period of time with these mock draft roundups where they were having us take tight ends and exotic positions. So it was a little bit crazy, but for the last two, it seems like it's been pretty decent. So Mike Green for Marshall, great pick. Wouldn't mind him. You know, we need to work on the edge outside of Trey Hendrickson on the other side. So I'm cool with this pick. Again, as long as the picks are logical, I'm going to be cool with them. But sometimes they get a little exotic with their picks. And a wide receiver is also very exotic, in my opinion. Gray Zabel. So this is a guy we talked about before. He pretty much can play any position on the offensive line. That's the thing about this guy. And usually I see him going in the second, third round type aspect. But okay. I feel like this is one of those situations where, I mean, over the last set amount of, like I said, about a month, he's been going up to the first round. So this is not surprising to see him in the first round. You know, again, over the last month, he's been going up the draft board. He's been going up the leaderboards here. So I just say it like this, right? I wouldn't mind a first round guard, either him or Tyler Booker. I feel like he'll probably be available in the second round, personally. But again, you never know, with especially how this draft goes. It's not really deep at guard. So that's another position where, you know, it's going to kind of not go quick, but I figure it's going to go a little bit later. But when it goes, it goes. So Gray Zabel, I wouldn't mind, but I'd probably rather get an edge rusher. But hey, listen, this guy is like Cody Ford. Not like skill wise. I'm not saying he's like bad or anything. I'm saying like he's like Cody Ford and he's a Swiss Army knife. He can be utilized anywhere, which really cool. Yeah, baby. Apparently a lot of people are undervaluing Starks because of 2024. And he's been liking a lot of disrespect when it comes to the media about his 2024 season. Hey, listen, let them disrespect him as much as they want so he can drop to pick 17 and we can take him. Because I am all for Starks. I am all for adding this Georgia product to our lineup. And I will 1,000% be ecstatic if we get him. I don't think we're going to, but I would love to get Starks from Georgia, to be honest. But Tyler Booker. Okay, so this one's going more exotic route when it comes to these picks. Again, last couple has been like defense. And rightfully so. I mean, we need to work on defense, but now they're kind of going toward offense a little bit. I think the reason why is because the fact that Zach Taylor said that right now he's confident in the position, but we might draft somebody, right? There's always a potential we draft somebody. So I think now they're like these mock drafts are trying to throw in some offensive linemen to try to make it a little bit more like, okay, well, Zach Taylor said they might draft somebody. If they might draft somebody, we got to throw in an offensive lineman. So I think that's the situation we're in here. Cornerback Maxwell Harrison. Okay, this is not a guy I've seen in any circumstance. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather have Will Johnson here at first round, to be honest. But if we're going corner, I would say Will Johnson is probably the guy you want to go with. Barron's also available in the first round usually. So yeah, Maxwell Harrison, not something I really saw too much about. It says that he did run a 4.28 40 at his combine, which improved the draft stock. Okay. D-tackle Derek Harmon. This is a guy that a lot of people have said that they want us to take. It's very possible we take him again. Like I said, defensive line, working on defense as much as possible. Always a W there. And that is the last one in this mock draft. You already know who I'm going to pick. That guy. Now, the guy I think we will end up getting, and I said this before, and I'm just going to kind of repeat this so you know it's locked in. I think the Bengals will take Michael Williams from Georgia. I don't think that's the best pick, and I'd rather go with Starks, and I'd rather go with another option. But I personally think the Bengals on draft night will pick Michael Williams from Georgia. That's what I think they'll pick. I think Joe Goodberry already put out his prediction. I forget who he said, but he already predicted. I want to say he might have predicted Harmon. Honestly, I think Joe. No. I think Joe predicted Mike Green, I believe. Joe Goodberry. I didn't see if James put out anybody yet. You guys can tell me down below if James put out anybody. I didn't see if he put out anybody. But yeah, so I'm going to try doing this like every single draft, like at the beginning of the month. We're just going to lock in our guy. So Joe's already locked in his guy. I locked in my guy. I don't know if James is locked in his guy. I don't know if Wincy has locked in his guy yet. Yeah, and so on and so on. So, guys, who is your locked in? Okay, we're doing this right now, so no cheating. You can't change it. Okay, it says if you edit the comment. Who's your locked in pick for pick 17 for this upcoming draft? Tell me down below right now. That's your locked in pick. You can't change it. Who dey?